So, I should like to invite our theme leads and our local MP, Peter Gibson, MP, is joining us too, with a chance for us just to gather our thoughts at the end of the day. And I'm going to come and sit down and join you. So I'll do a starter for 10 from me in terms of some recollections, and then we can go around the panel and we'll give Peter the last word as you've come to join us this afternoon. So for me, I suppose it's the diversity of different projects out there with nature at the heart. And actually, I think nature is becoming sort of mainstream because actually what we're doing, we're fixing ourselves at the centre of other co-benefits that people are trying to deliver. Nature-based solutions are smart and they're cost-effective. We've got to keep saying that. You know, we're no longer in the cost box now, we're in the investment box. And actually, many of the things we do are just the right thing to do. We're not pushing water uphill. I think what we need to definitely not lose sight on is what the anthropologists would call the affect, you know, our affection for nature, that deep connection that we have, whether it's through arts and culture, through poetry, through just our understanding of place and culture. And I think that's so important. And clearly, you know, from Tristan's speech this morning, I think, you know, set the day off really well. We've got to keep engaging with the young, and the young need to be our teachers. So they'd be my recollections from today. So, Sarah?
Okay, thank you, Timothy. I'm thinking about a lot of things that I listened to and talked about today. I think a couple of things that have stuck with me. One is that, you know, the importance of kind of seeing ourselves as part of nature, like as, you know, humans, we are in nature, and also thinking about how we have, you know, relations with non-humans and how we also learn to think about things from that perspective as well. I think thinking about communities, you know, who we engage with and how we do that, the approaches is really, really important. So there's been, you know, quite a lot of talk around that I think we can, you know, take with us, think about, also look to other sectors. The fact that I'm, you know, sat here as a, you know, a professor from the cultural and creative industries is really interesting. If we all work together, we can, you know, make some exciting, like really exciting things happen. So I think there's some of the conclusions that I'm, you know, coming away with today, and also just a little call to keep working proactively on how we can diversify this sector in particular. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Jim?
I think I'm going to leave here with a more positive outlook. I think I'm just thinking about my experience of doing this for 20 years, and we're in a better place now to solve these problems, even though the problems are massive, well, nobody's going to deny that, than we have been in that 20 years. And I think that partnership approach, it's in our gift to get this done. Just to give you a quick example, as Durham Wildlife Trust, we've doubled our land holding in the last 3 years, and we've done that because of all this new legislation that's come through, and it's literally given us millions of pounds that we could do that with. So the tools are there, it's up to us to use them properly.
Lovely. Thanks very much, Jim. Okay, and last word from Peter.
Well, I'm sorry I haven't been here with you during the rest of the day, but it's fantastic that you've had this biggest conference ever in person, and you chose to do that here in Darlington. So thank you for coming and supporting our community by having this event here. As a local MP, nature-related issues is a huge part of my regular post bag, and that can be anything from a tree on a street that either shouldn't be there or is too big or isn't there where it should be there, to some of the global challenges that the government is dealing with and everything in between. I know that you've had a big discussion earlier today about nutrient neutrality, and that's been a huge focus of work that I've been doing locally with negotiations and discussions with ministers, talking to local house builders, talking to Northumbrian Water in respect of those challenges. And what I would say to anybody here who isn't already engaging with their MP is to do so. MPs are often criticised for being out of touch and don't know what's going on. Well, the only way that we find out about what is going on is by people sharing their stories, their problems and their issues with us. And I embrace those discussions that I have with our local community. I was called to a local primary school today. Head teacher wanted to have a conversation with me because she's got a special little girl in her school who is deeply concerned about the demise of orangutans. So I sat down with little Rosie and we had a conversation. She, as a 9-year-old child, told me the challenges that orangutans face and what governments around the world need to do, and the challenges of palm oil farming. And I've struck a deal with Rosie, and I'm going to raise her issue in the House of Commons and I supply her with the answers that the Minister gives me. And I just think that's really empowering, that a child here in Darlington can have that connection with their MP and that story be taken to Parliament. And that's about the representation that we can give. So please, if you're not already engaged with your local elected representatives, please do so, so that we are informed about the issues that matter to you.
Fantastic. What a great closing thought as well, from local to global, from right here, right now to the rest of the planet and everything beyond. Nature is absolutely all around us and nourishing us every day. So thank you all for coming today. Thank you to the panellists and our leads. Thank you to everybody who's spoken today. Thank you very much to Rachel Murtagh. Come on down. Our partnership manager, it's been seamless. You know, the swan has been gliding across the lake, as they say, and everything else. So absolutely fantastic. What a wonderful conference. What else can I say? Just thanks for coming. We'll see you again next year. We will still be here. We'll be in greater number, doing more and more fantastic things. Thanks to everybody at Darlington Hippodrome. Thanks to our technical team. And I hope to catch some of you before you all leave. Go home in peace. Goodbye.